Talks. This is not your typical podcast. We will get into wrestling, lifestyle, and mental health. This podcast is unfiltered and ready to go. The episode will begin in a moment, but before it does, go ahead and give us a follow on all social medias, Tevin Talks, and make sure you give us a follow on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, wherever you may listen to your podcast. Here's Tevin.
Good morning, family. I hope all is well on this beautiful Monday morning. For me, I'm great, but it's one thing I definitely want to talk about. Normally, honestly, I come on here on these Mondays, and when I'm doing these mental checks, I'm freestyling, but today, I just want to talk about losses. And in the wrestling community, we've lost a few people recently. A couple weeks ago, we lost Brett. If you're a wrestling fan in North Carolina, South Carolina regions, you know who Brett is. Always great guy to be around, full of energy. He took pride in ring announcing, and he was just always a great soul. It's one of those guys you just always, every time you seen him, had a smile on his face, always asking questions. He wanted to be great. He was great. And I think that, we lost somebody special. To this day, I don't know exactly how he passed away, and I honestly don't want to look into it. I just want to say rest in peace, and, thank you for everything that you've done. I don't think people take an account of how many people it takes to make a wrestling show great. Whether that's from the referees, that's from whoever rings the bell, the commentators, the announcers, the wrestlers, the people that come out and get the ring attire whenever it's placed after the wrestler comes out, the valets, the managers. People do not understand how many pieces it takes to finish that puzzle. It's a lot, and every single thing that everybody does is pivotal to the success of a wrestling show. So we got to make sure to say thank you more. One thing for me is to make sure we take pictures more. We lost somebody else yesterday that I'm aware of yesterday. Shay McGrady. Shay was different. And when I say different, I mean a good different. He was special. He was somebody that was known by everybody in the wrestling community. And one thing about Brett and Shay, I think it makes people really think about where we're headed right now, where we're at in life in general. Whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, you do not know whether you're coming or going. People are passing left and right. And it's sad because, again, when we think about it, man, you get one life to live, and it's a short life. So we got to make sure to live it. And I mean, when I say live it, I mean do what you can every single day to make it worth it. Because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring you. You don't know how things are going to go in the next minute, the next second. It can change. Our story is written from the time that we are conceived. And it's just one of those things you can honestly never be ready for. And your family will never be able to be ready for it. No matter if somebody's going to pass, like for me and my family, my mom's time was cut a lot short. So even leading up to when she did pass away, in 2017, the doctor told us in March that she had 4 years to live. My mom passed away in October 23rd of 2017. So literally months later. and as the months went on, like I said, it got worse, and it got worse very quickly. So those things you can't put a timestamp on. That's not our say. That's a God thing, and we can't stop it. And it's been certain miracles when people have been brought back or things have been stopped, but you don't know. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I know every single detail of Shay and Brett's passing, because I don't. And it's not something that I need to know, you know. But I do know that we lost two great people. I know that there's two families that are mourning right now, two families that are hurt. As you can see what it did to the wrestling community, just what I'm seeing on Facebook, the posts, the pictures, it's affected people in a different way. We don't ever take the time again to take pictures. And I know that, for me, since I've been out of the wrestling situation, the business, for a little second now, since August of last year, I've not been to one wrestling show since. To me personally, I needed a break, and that was a break from not just being like physically in the ring, but just in general. I needed a break from a lot of things. And when I do start going to wrestling shows again, because I miss it. I miss just being around my people and seeing these guys in the ring go. I'm gonna make sure to take these pictures. I'm gonna make sure to say hello to everybody. I'm gonna make sure to shake every single hand, give hugs, because you never know. And I've been in plenty of situations when I didn't take pictures or I didn't give those handshakes and those hugs, and people are not here anymore. And it sucks, because that's one of the last things you have on your mind. It's like, damn, I just see. You see people say it all the time. I just seen such and such. I just talked to such and such, and now they're gone. Again, that's not going to help us. But maybe just taking those pictures makes it just a little bit better, because you have something. I see people all the time when somebody passes, say, "Oh, make sure to take the pictures." I should have took the picture. Just do it. It takes nothing but a second, man. And it's just always something to hold on to. Whether you put them in a photo album or it's something you want to post from time to time, if you got it, you got it. I'm tired of losing people. I'm tired of seeing my brothers and sisters pass away. I think we just really have to take the time to live our lives and make sure that we are doing the best we can while we're here. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. And, I just want to make sure that everybody has a good time. I've always been that person like that. Like, I want everybody around me to be happy. I want everybody that's around me to be positive, to be having great things going in their lives. If you're around me and something's wrong with you, I can tell. I'm really, really big on energy. I've always been that way. That will never stop about me. If you know me, you know that I'm telling the truth. Like, I cannot stand to see people around me sad. I cannot stand, and I'm not talking about in a bad way. Like, I'm not saying I'll get upset with you or anything like that. I'm just saying that I hate to see people in a bad mood. I hate to see people not doing well. Like, I ask people all the time, how are you doing? And when I ask you how you're doing, if you know me, you know that I'm asking to go in depth, like, especially if I haven't seen you in a while. Like, hey, what's going on with you? How are things been? I remember last time we talked, this was going on. Is that better? Is there anything that I can do to help? Because I want to make sure that, we're doing what we can as humans. Because you never know when somebody is really, really going through things that can really take them out of here, things that can, mentally just distort everything they got going on. It happens. It happens more than you think it does. And the time that we are around our folks, make sure to cherish it. Because you never know. You've heard me say it 2 or 3 times since we've been on this episode. But as you can see, it happens. And I'm not just talking about, just in the wrestling community. How many people have you lost in general within the last year, last 2 years? They're coming and they're going. And that's not going to stop, people. We know this. So while you are here and while you can, love on your friends, love on your family. because you never know when they're going to leave this earth. You never know when you're going to get that phone call.